Welcome back, everyone. This is Brandon Hayes, host of the Warcraft Recon Report, and today I want to talk about Halaa, an open-world PvP zone in Nogrand. This isn't the Warlords of Draenor Nogrand, mind you. This is the Burning Crusade Nogrand. So why am I talking about a long-since abandoned map? Well, because it's currently experiencing a revival of sorts. A few weeks into the Warlords expansion, while sifting through some follower quests on my Paladin, I noticed a rare quest with a very unique reward. It was offering Halaa tokens. These relics from the past are currency that can be used to buy items from the Halaa Quartermaster, most notably 2 different Talbuk mounts. I was really excited when I saw this because I'm a big mount collector, and I only had one Halaa mount at the time. So I put my best follower on the job, and he failed me, miserably. I should have stipulated that defeat would result in deactivation. Perhaps he would have fought harder. A few weeks later, I was lucky enough to see this same rare quest appear in my Druid's roster. My best followers were currently on missions, so I decided to wait till they returned. That was a big mistake. Once they arrived, the rare quest had disappeared. Apparently there are hidden timers on these things. It sure would be nice to see them. On December 24th, I got an early Christmas present. The elusive Halaa quest appeared in my mage's roster, and I had some top-notch followers available to choose for the job. Once I got my tokens, I was finally ready to buy my mount. Only that was a lot easier said than done. For some dumb reason, I hadn't taken into account just how many other players, both Horde and Alliance, would be trying to accomplish this exact same feat. This place was an active PvP zone, perhaps even more so than it was in its glory days, thanks to CRZ. Hell, I didn't even need to win my battle tokens from the follower quest. I could have PvP'd for a while and earned them myself. Unfortunately, my mage was only level 96 at the time, so I couldn't do much in the way of helping the Horde win Halaa. I did take a flight on one of the Wyvern bombers just for nostalgia's sake, and the very second I landed, I was murdered by a Night Elf Druid. Now the funny thing is, Blizzard reintroduced these tokens into circulation, but they didn't consider the consequences, or they simply didn't care. With level cap at 100, players can basically one-shot the Halaa NPCs. There are only 15 to begin with, so once they're dead, the battlefield wants to switch faction ownership. It makes the fight for Halaa quite ridiculous. Looking back at the final days of Mist, Blizzard introduced their new toy box interface. With nothing to do, tons of players spent their time collecting toys. A popular spot to pick up tons of junk was the Argent Tournament Grounds. One of the daily quests had you toss 8 harpoons at a sea monster called the North Sea Kraken. Because players were so overgeared for the content, they were destroying this beast with only 1 or 2 harpoons, making the quest basically impossible to complete. Lots of people cried on the forums, so Blizzard buffed the Kraken's health up a considerable amount. It might be time to do the same thing to the guards at Halaa. I know Blizz devs like to look forward, not backward, but Halaa's broken, and they did kinda make the place relevant again by handing out those tokens. At the very least, perhaps they should make the vendors who actually sell the Talbuk mounts unkillable. The Horde vendor's name is Coriel. She only has 64,485 health. She can be annihilated with a single strike, and she takes forever to respawn. I staked out her kiosk for a good half hour, trying desperately to be fast enough to purchase the mount I needed before she ate shit. It was one of the more unique experiences I've had in game, that's for sure. I've never camped a vendor before. Some people were laughing about how this was a return to the good old days, while others were pointlessly reporting the enemy players for what they called griefing. I was just sitting there with my mouse finger on the button, ignoring everyone but the prize. I finally got it, and now I own both Halaa mounts. I'll never have to bleed or spill blood on that worthless soil again. But if you have any old Halaa tokens banked, and need just a few more to buy your own mount, I suggest you head over there now. Or if you just want to experience the place again, albeit in a broken form, you can. There's some fun times to be had. The place was still quite active as of this morning, Saturday the 27th of December, 2014. Well, that's all I've got for today, but I've got some longer WoW vids coming in the near future. As always, comments are appreciated, and I'm also open to your suggestions for future topics if I find them interesting. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Later.